Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you guys are at in the world. I want to do a quick video for you. And yes, you got me in my studious mode. I now have to wear reading glasses from staring at the screen so long. My eyes done got blurry, so I need something to allow me to see a little bit better. So, looking like Professor Stan now. But hey, let's talk a little bit of training, guys. I want to show you guys exactly how to use the 2.0 system using a live backtesting scenario on how to take trades on the best and the highest percentage trades to take. There are a lot of trades that you can take with this system, but I want to talk about the highest percentage. I did learn something from a person that's in our group that has a high winning ratio because they wait for the best trades to take. I know our tendency as traders is to want to take trades when you get up to trade. And we try to make up trades to take because we want to trade so bad. That could be beneficial, but that can be extremely damaging to your account by making stuff up and trying to invent things along the way. There's nothing wrong with that, but just live with the victory and the consequences of doing so. So what I'm going to do is teach you how to wait for the best trades, which means that you may not trade every day. That's okay. But when you do trade, you're going to take the right trades and the highest winning percentage trade. So what does that look like? Before we run the simulation, this is what it looks like. Quads or better. Quads or better. Quad, there was a quad here, it got compromised, but that was a quad here and it went to the downside. All right. So when you are trading, guys, I want you to look at, I'm a trader to take the highest percentage trade. I'm not a trader to take the trade just because I want to trade. There's levels to this. Once you start understanding how this works, then you can add additional trades. Yes, I have more experienced traders in our group that are trading quads, and then they'll trade continuation of the quads. All right. They trade quads and then they trade continuations of the quad. So what you'll see here is that the system, our symbols, they do repaint. They move. So, but it's okay. When you understand the movement after you enter the trade, then you'll understand if once it moves or shifts or repaints or disappears, you'll know what to do afterwards as well. By the time that it does all of that, you should be in profit if you take the trades on the highest percentage trades. All right. Quads are better. What is a quad? 4 confirmations in the direction that price that is trying to go. So if you got 4 confirmations pointing up, there's a strong possibility that price is about to go up. If you got 5 confirmations going up, there's a strong possibility that it's going up. Same thing when it's going down. You got 4 confirmations that is going down, there's a strong possibility it is going down. All right. And these are your highest winning percentage. So if you back, you'll notice you don't see them as much. The last time you caught a trade was back here on the 4th. You didn't have a trade on the 5th. You didn't have a trade on the 6th. You didn't have a trade on the 9th. Your next trade came on the 10th. So if you had a trade, you trade on the 4th, no trade on the 5th, no trade on the 6th. That was Friday. Now you went to Monday again. You had no trade Monday. You had a trade on Tuesday. No trade on Wednesday. You had a trade on Thursday. You actually had, trade on Thursday. And you had 2 trades on Friday. So even though there was 5 days in the week, you still end up catching the good number of trades, but you didn't have to trade every time you got up or every day. So I'm rambling, but let me get into the simulation. So we're going to look at this week's trading. We're going to look from technically the, because I'm looking at the 9th, I know that there was not a trade, so we won't look at the 9th. There was one on the 10th, so we're going to look at the 10th. uh, to the 13th, which is this week. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up the calendar. So we're going to look at the 10th, and we're going to end it off on the 14th, which is today, so we can get Friday's information. And all we're looking for, guys, the highest winning percentage. If you guys want to win, when I post it, 70+% of your trades is what I'm about to show you right now. It's going to require DPF, discipline, patience, and focus. Your trade account will thank you for waiting and being patient. We have a community that will assist you on trades to give you the highest winning percentage trades, because we only give out signals on quads or better. Anything else you take, continuation trades or anything of that nature, that's personally on you. But we will give out signals in the community based on quads or better. It's your responsibility to go in, look at that trade for yourself, wait for all the conditions, and enter it. A signal that we put out doesn't mean automatically take the trade in the dark. We do not do dark trading. We're not giving out signals. We're teaching the community to become the signal. We are a community signal group, which means that you also can give out signals when you see them. Not everyone trades the same thing. We trade Forex, we trade indices, we trade metal, and then people do trade cryptocurrency on the weekend, but we don't give out signals on that. That's just something you do personally. So get your pen and your pad out, and let's go ahead and watch this simulation. So let me get started here. Click start. Oops, hold on. All right, let's go to the test mode here. And I stripped everything down so you guys can clearly see everything. All right, so let's run this tape. And I'm going to stop and talk and all that good stuff so you guys can actually see the market moving. All right, we are in day 10, and we got 2 confirmations so far popped up. We got level 3 and a level 1 exhaustion. That green arrow is your level 1 exhaustion. That blue arrow with the star in it is a level 3 semaphore. All right, we got another exhaustion confirmation. So now I got 3 confirmations telling me that the market is looking to buy, but we can't take those trades off of just these exhaustions. They're just confirmations. We have to wait for our trigger. All right, so we keep going. I'm fast forwarding. This is in the hour window, guys. I am telling you to do this on the highest winning percentage on the hour window. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We into a new candle. Still nothing. That's why we don't trade these confirmations. We wait for everything to show. 3, 2, 1. New candle again. Still nothing. All we're waiting on is our safe zone. Boom. Now, for this example, so I don't have to redo this tape. On this test, I forgot to add the thumbs. So the thumbs came right here. So, but I don't want to redo this tape. So if you have these confirmations before you get this safe zone, trust me, the thumb was there. All right, so you got this is a Grand Slam setup. So what do? You are in a 1 hour window. We already said a quad was forming, a Grand Slam was forming. We're waiting on the safe zone. We will enter this trade at the flash of the safe zone. We don't have to wait for this safe zone to close. We take this on the flash. What I do is I am a 100 pip stop loss. I set a 50 pip or 100 pip stop take profit. Oops. But I look to exit my trade at 50 pips. Let me say that again. I set a 1-to-1, but I look to manually exit my trade at 50 pips. I'll just call that 50 pips. So when price hits that, I know that I have 50 pips of profit that I can literally take, and I should take, because I just made 50 pips. Guys, do not lose track. Don't get caught up in trying to be a pip hero, because you see a lot of members in the community talking about how many pips they got, 3-digit pips, 200, 250, and all of that. That's a whole different monster, because they trade a different way. I want to teach you how to get 50 pips literally every time you take quads or better. 50 pips every time you take quads or better. All right? So let's look at this first trade. Let's see what happens. Stop. Safe zone flashed here. Safe zone pulled back. When you see your safe zone pull back, think about it like a bow and arrow. This is looking for volume. It stretches like a bow and arrow, pull back to release so that you can get more volume. So when it repaints and go backwards, that's a good thing. If it starts here and it goes forward, that means that there's a possibility there's not a lot of volume, and it possibly will, fade and come this way, and you might have to exit that trade. But when you see the arrow move backwards, guys, that's a good thing. That doesn't mean hold the trade. That means that there's a strong possibility that your 50 pips will get hit, a profit. All right, let's roll the tape. This particular trade looks like it had very little to any drawdown. You went straight into profit. It's coming off of a grand slam. You are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours into this trade. So let's say you were asleep. You set your stop loss, you set your take profit at 50 pips, and you go to bed and you live with the results. All right, we're into the New York session. Now you have a little drawdown here. Your stop loss is set pretty good, so you're not, you know what your risk is. You use proper risk management. Market opens up. Let's see what happens. And stop. You would have won this trade for 50 pips. It took several hours. You was in the London session is when you got this London open. It actually went up as much as about 40 something pips. You held your trade, had a pullback on you, and you end up hitting your take profit. So this is one high percentage trade won. Because why? Guys, you set your stop loss, you set your take profit. I'm going to encourage you guys to do a 50 pip take profit. Please do not try to be pip heroes until you get very comfortable with using this. So let's keep on rolling. So that's your first trade, 50 pips. It kind of blew through your 50 pips, got up to as much as, let me see, I don't know. The blue line is 100 pips, so got very, very close to it. So first trade is met. We are going to look to see if there's any additional trades that you can take in the direction of the quad, which means that you would need a safe zone down to close and then a new safe zone going up to re-enter the trade. That's what we call in the direction of the quad. But I want to focus on just taking trades off of quads or better. Please do that for about a month or two. Then you can increase or expand your trade. So you got a safe zone down. It moved forward, moved back. This is what I mean when I say repaint. It's moving. Some people are like, oh, I don't like that it repaints. Guys, if you just understand what it is, there's not a concern. When you know what it's doing, you're not tripping. First of all, you're not even taking this trade because you're trading against the quad. So this is not a trade. But it is a setup for a continuation if there was a safe zone to point back up, because you need a safe zone to close going down in order to get a new trade going up. So you only find one trade that day on the 10th. Okay, let's see what's happening now. We're into the 11th. You're still a buyer. Why? Because there has not been a quad to change. Now, the one thing about the video, it gets a little interesting. Sometimes back testing does not give everything that it should. But I do think, all right, stop, pause. All right, so here you go again. So here's if you were to take a trade continuation in the direction of the quad. All right, your quad is here. It came down. Now you have a re-entry potential in the direction of your quad. Now this is a trade that you take on your own. This is not one I'm going to tell you to take or do a simulation, but if you understand how to trade continuation trade, this will be a potential trade that you will look to take if you would want to take it. But we're going to focus on the highest percentage ones. If you would have took that trade, you will be in it now. And again, same rules. It's funny you say that. That re-entry is the same entry that it was from your first one off of the quad. It's like price went all the way back and then restarted on the same line. I haven't even moved those lines. That's interesting. All right, we're waiting on a new quad to take. All right, we're on day 11, and we still have no clear trade. Unless you took this continuation. Which again, if you were up during the Asian session, but you had to go to sleep and you were in this trade, just set your stop loss, set your take profit, and live with the results. If you're a trader that can't go to sleep, you don't like to sleep on your trades, then you'll still be up with this trade, because this was a real consolidated day. All right, you just got a flash of your safe zone going down. I would be looking to exit the trade on the flash. So to me, I would have been out of that trade, live with pretty much no volume nowhere. It just closed. You're now out of that trade. All right, price pushed back down. So this is why I'm telling y'all, wait for just the highest percentage trades. Highest percentage trade. Highest percentage trade. All right. We're waiting on for a new quad. We are at day 11. The safe zone is flashing all over the place. Just look at it, just moving and jumping. Guys, this is not your trade, so don't even worry about it. Let it do whatever it's going to do. You're waiting for quads or better. Oh, it went to my take profit. No, you would have been out of that trade because you exit on the flash. So we're looking for quads or better. Everything has an alert. So the cool thing about it is you don't have to stare at the market. Set your alerts for your safe zones. Set your alerts for your exhausted candles 1 and 2. And then once you get those alerts, that's when you know that a trade is possibly developing. So you don't have to sit here and stare at the market and tell me, oh, I missed the trade, oh, I missed this, or oh, I missed that. You didn't miss anything. You'll be alert to when to go and look at it, and then you just wait for the confirmation. So technically, according to this strategy, day 11, all right, boom, pause. Day 11, you did not have any clear trades. If you took this trade here, you would end up getting out because you got compromised with a flash here, and then it would end up going back up. So this was a pure flat market. I remember trading this. It was not a good day because I was emotionally trading everything. That's why I'm doing this now, so you guys know. Even myself, who created the system, can get caught up in these candle movements and just get jacked up. But if I just stay with trading quads or better, not worrying about in the direction right now, that I would have only been in a trade on the 10th, no trade on the 9th, and I'm setting up to get in a trade on the 12th. All right, so we have a level 2 semaphore foreman, a level 1 exhausted foreman. Trust me, there's a thumb there. I just don't have on this particular one. I didn't put it on here. So all I'm waiting on now is a safe zone to flash to take me another trade for 50 pips. All right. Semaphore move, but my exhaustion is still there. Oh, did I just see a safe zone flash? I think so. I think there was one. Stop. All right, there it is. We're going to use that right there as my entry point. It's crazy how price is coming. When you look at back tape, you can see how price is using that same line that I was using my entry as another entry. It's coming back retesting that same area. So we're going to go for what? 50 pips. Which is right there. Here's my entry. Oops. Come on. I don't know what I did. I ain't tell you. Let me grab this line. I can't find it. Y'all know it's right there. Let me use this one. All right. Then, of course, that's my 100 pips. So that represents stop loss, entry, take profit, rotate. It just backed up. It was here. Then it backed up. That's a good sign. You're in this trade. Push down. New candle open up. Let's see what happens. Currently in the negative. You're still in the Asian session. All right. Let me see here. You went, let me go here. You entered this trade here. It went about 30 pips and then pulled back on you and flashed. So what do? This is a trade. Once it flashed, you have to exit. So you have a losing trade here. We'll call it losing trade. Losing trade is if it hits your stop loss. This trade said exit. Why? Because you got a flash or your safe zone. It didn't go whatever your take profit was, but you did get 30 pips out of it. If you would have got out, but we're going 50, and you have a 17 pip exit before you even hit your stop loss. All right, let's continue to roll. So the trade did not hit your 50 pips. So you're up 50 and you have a negative 17. Let's go negative 17. We are on day 12. We're waiting for a new setup. See how the safe zone protected you from holding the trade and wishing it and trying to will it back and all that. Actually, when this broke, this disappeared. This became no longer an exhausted candle. Your semaphore move. So if I was able to refresh this, this will be gone. All right. So that was a 17 pip loss versus a 100 pip loss. Holding the trade. Stan, I would be asleep. If you were asleep during this time, which actually you shouldn't have because this is the opening of the Asian session, and this came like right at some of you might have been. So let's say it probably would have been a loss for some of you guys here on this trade right here. But it was not it was still the right trade that just got compromised. If you were awake, you would have been able to exit it with a 17 pip loss versus hitting your full stop loss of 100. All right. It happens, guys. It happens. Let's continue to trade. This was Thursday. All right. Got a level 3 semaphore, a level 2 exhaustion. Price just pushed down. I'm sure there was a thumbs there. Now you're just waiting on a flash of your safe zone to enter this trade again. Sorry, this tape is a little long, but when you do back testing, you just gotta wait for. So you don't enter in moving candles, you wait for your signal to enter your trade. All right, there's your signal. All right, you just got your signal in. Okay, let me just go right here. I'll just use that point right there. So let's put your stop loss there into here. Make that sure. Can I get this thing off the line? That's your entry. And that's your take profit. Why? We're just trading the quads. You won this one, you lost this one, and now you're into this trade right here. Do not revenge trade. She backed up. That's a good thing. Looking for volume. It looks like it. Did it hit it? I don't know if it wicked it or not, but some of you would have took that because it was like 48, 49, just came off a losing trade. You would have took that trade. This is in the New York session. Hold on, let me measure that. I think that is 50. Hold on for a second. Let's just say you were in that trade. Nope, that's 47 for a lot of you. 49. So you're about 49 pips of profit at the lowest. Is wicking right here. Here's the thing, guys. I never trade going into a new day. So when I get close to 1 hour left in this trade, wherever I'm at in profits, I clear that trade and that's my profit. I personally do not roll into the next day because for gold gaps. And so I don't like to get gapped on. So I'll end my trade 1 hour or 30 minutes before the session is over. So if I didn't hit my take profit, wherever I'm at in profit or wherever I'm at in negative, I'm going to take that and then look for a new trade. If you use proper risk management, guys, you'll have really good winning ratios, or you won't, beat up your account. So I'm still in profit right now. We have 40 seconds or 40 minutes left, 41, 29. I'm under 30 minutes, so I'm out of this trade. So what was my profit? My profit is 39 pips. So I'm going to take 39 pips and I'm out of that trade. Why? Because I'm getting toward the end of the day, going into day 13. Because I do not roll. Okay. The market opened up with a what? Another quad forming. So far, and from the 10th till now, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. One day we didn't trade at all, which is the 11th, and we took a small loss if you were awake. If you were not, then you took a bigger loss. So we have our 4th setup right now. Waiting on your what? We're waiting for our safe zone. We're now going, if you were in the Asian session, there was nothing. Oh, I just saw the flash. Let me wait for it again. All right, pause. All right, that's my entry. I have to go grab a new line. These things are... This is my entry right here. That's going to be my stop loss. That's 100 pips. These lines are getting on my nerves. We're going to go for 50 pips. Wow. There it is, that blue line. That's my 50 pips. Wow, I ain't never had that much problem. Sorry, guys. London Open. If you were awake, boom. As a quick 50, guys. 50 pips in the good. Some of you guys been like, well, I want to get my losses back, so I'm holding the trade. You can do whatever you want, but it hit 50 pips. So we add 50 pips, 4 trades, 50 pips. All right, we got another quad forming right now. It's not ready yet. You got 2 of the 4 confirmations. Of course, if you see the thumb, if you see the safe zone, then you better know that the thumbs was there. And then you're taking it on the flash. Some of you would have been still holding the trade. trying to get back what you had lost from the previous trade. Most of us would have took our 50 pips and kept it moving. Some of you only had a 17 pip loss if you were asleep and was not able to watch that trade, and it did hit your 100 pip stop loss. But what I am noticing is that you may not even need a 100 pip stop loss if you're taking the quads or better. Hold on. 50 pips may be good, but I would probably go like 67, maybe 75 pips if you don't want to do 100. But I would definitely do a little bit more than what your take profit is, just to give it room to breathe. All right, so if you took your 50 pips, you were good. If you were greedy, you're feeling some kind of way. All right, so we're waiting on a safe zone to flash so that we can enter this trade for a sale coming off of this quad. Boom, there she is right there. Let's go with that right there. I don't even want to move it. These lines have been killing me. And let's go right here for 50 pips. That's 50 pips right there. Somewhere in there. All right, so somewhere in here is 50 pips. Let's just know that 75 pips. If you want to go 75, let's do that. Let's go somewhere right there. All right, so this would be trade 1, trade 2, trade 3, trade 4, trade 5 from day 10 till now. 5 good trades you would have been able to get in just in the New York session. This started in the Asian session, and it triggered off right at about 11. This was a New York trade. This was an Asian trade. Oh, no, that wasn't an Asian trade. This was an Asian trade that got compromised. But so what I'm saying is you're up during this time. So a lot of these trades with these quads forming are not when you're asleep. You may go to bed after you're entering the trade, but you're able to enter these trades off quads or better when you're awake. They're giving them to you. This is the Asian. Well, this was a London. So some of you London traders would have been asleep here. This was an Asian trade. This was a New York trade. This was an Asian trade. It was before London. And this is now a New York trade. So figure out the times where you can look to take a trade. If you don't trade all 3 sessions, then find the ones that you do. So let's roll this tape, see if we win this trade. It disappeared, but it was on the flash. Woo! That's 75 pip. Woo, that's 75 pip. Mercy, that 75 pip came close of getting touched. Yeah, that's why I tell you I do 100. Y'all can see what you want. But that's me. All right, take profit was hit. Your take profit was hit. Another 50 pips in the bag. You would have entered this trade, guys. I think it came on the flash here. And she pulled back. Mercy. I don't even know if it came right there. But you came dangerously close if that was your stop loss. So y'all see why I got 100 pips. But anyway, that is take profit was hit. 50 pips. Your arrow backed up. And if you didn't think it went 50, I think it's testing it again. It clearly done hit 50 pips. Yeah, it done broke through it. So guys, that is how you trade this system. Quads or better. So let me pause this here. Oh, about 40 minutes, not long. So we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades we were able to take using this scenario. And again, if you were awake, you only had a minimum loss. If you were asleep, you had a bigger loss. You can adjust your stop loss Remember, I don't give out stop losses. I'm just telling you what I would have done. I'm 100 pip stop loss on gold. I would have been awake on that trade. I don't like to sleep on any of my trades, but that's just me. So I would have took a 17 pip loss versus the bigger loss. So if I do my pips for the week, first trade was here, 50 pips plus. My next trade came here. I took a 17 pip loss because when the flash took place here, I exit the trade, so I had negative 17. So currently right now, I am at a plus 33 pips. All right, this was not a trade for me. Well, for someone else, it's advanced. They would have took this trade, but we're not going to talk about advanced training. But here's a trade here, another quad or better setup. We took this trade. It hit take profit, so put another 50 there. Wait a minute. Oh, no. No, it didn't. It did not hit. What happened here, this one went 39 pips because I ended it at the end of the day because I don't go into new days. So I only had 39 pips there. So total right now in 1, 2, 3 trades, I am currently up 12. What is that? 3. I'm up 72 pips right now in 3 trades. Then we took this trade here, was a quad. Waited for the flash. It hit my 50 pips, so put 50 there. Now I'm up 822 pips. And then our last trade in the New York session gave us another 50 pips. So that would be 172 pips. 5 trades taken off quads or better with a minor loss would be 172 pips. So even if you took the full 100 pip loss and you still took the rest of these trades, you still would be a plus 72. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I like trading quads or better. Of course, if you're in a trade, I like to look through my trades. That's just me. I'm a little, and I want to call it OCD, but I'm a little possessive. When I'm in a trade, I like to monitor it. All right. That's the one thing that the system doesn't have that can protect you is when you have a stop loss and you have a signal saying get out the trade. You know, like this right here. This said get out this trade. We entered on the quad. It went 30 pips and came back and we took a 17 pip loss. Or this would have told us to get out on the flash, 17 pips. But if not, it would have hit your stop loss. The system does not, I don't have anything set to tell you to get out of that trade on the signal. It's not automatic, it's manual. So you'd have to see that. So that will be the negative about the system is if you're not able to be awake to watch your trade finish or develop. This trade actually came, honestly, guys, you should have been awake. Honestly, I don't even know how to justify that. You were up during the Asian session. This is, for me, let's just talk about it. This is 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. We're in a trade. You're in a trade. It's 9 p.m. right here on this green line. At 10 o'clock, you got a flash saying get out the trade. So at 10 o'clock, it said exit this trade. Let me take that back. It was right here. At 11 o'clock, it said exit this trade. So some of you may have went to bed. Okay, that's where I don't have anything to stop that. If I'm in a trade, I'm kind of going through. I'll stay up for my trade. I apologize. That would be one day I get a little less sleep for work, but I would have stayed in that trade, especially if I entered it in the Asian session. I'm giving it. I'm gonna stay awake. So I don't want to justify this trade if you didn't stay awake. It did hit your stop loss. So if you were awake, you only lost about 17 pips, 20 at the most. But guys, this is why I want you to trade the highest trade pips. All right, just go back and look. Can you take continuation trades? Yes, but that's a trade there. That's a trade there. You're not trading every day. Trade here, trade there. trade here. You will get trades. I'd rather you win high percentage trades versus trying to take every trade and then you're messing up your account. Remember, we're compounding. We're not daily compounding. We're trading compounding. Every trade that you win, you compound to the next lot size. What do I mean by that? And I'll end it off training with this. This compounding chart, guys, is based on not every day. You have to take a trade every day. That's where people are messing up. You do not have to take a trade every day. This is a compounding chart based off of every trade that you take. Not every day you need to trade. Every trade you take. All right. So let's start off with, let's say as small as $100. And we're going to be compounding this at, I'm going to tell you guys, compounded at, off of the quads or better, I would do 10%. This is me. I would do 10%. Okay. All right. My take profit is 50 pips. Of course, my stop loss is 100. And here is what I'm looking to do. Remember, every trade, not every day. So if you took 20 trades off of quads or better, that could be, the time frame is irrelevant because sometimes you'll get multiple trades, sometimes you don't. It's not every day. So in 20 trades that you would have won using quads or better, you took $100 to $672. All right, you do it again, whatever time it makes it take for you to get 20 trades that you win. Guys, by the time you have taken 40 trades, that's why I have the 40 trades, not 40 days, 40 trades. Guys, you have up to $4,500. Let's just say that took you to get 40 trades. It took you 3 months. Let's just be conservative. It took you 3 months to get 40 trades. You took $100, high percentage trades. Now your account is sitting at $4,500 in 3 months. Okay. If you want to be super conservative, let's say it took you 4 months to get 40 trades. So let's just say you're averaging 10 trades a month. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think you're definitely going to get more than that because just even a scenario, that was 5 trades in a week. All right. So let's just say you average 3 trades, 3 good trades a week. Let's say you get 3 good trades a week. So that's 15 trades in a month. So 15 trades in a month, because I know you're going to get quads or better on gold at least 3 times in a week. All right. Or you should. So I'm going to use that as scenario. So guys, every 15 trades, let's start it over again. I'm almost at an hour and I'm going to end it in an hour or less. Because I want y'all to get this. Your lot size is not an issue, guys. 50 pips, 100 pip stop loss. All right. It's not an issue. So I'll do it this way so you can see the numbers. So this is what will happen if, oh, that just changes. It doesn't change anything. Your money is the same. It just changes your lot size. If you got 100 pips, I mean, if you hit this, you'll know what your losses is. So I don't want to get into that. All right. 15 trades. Not 15 days. Every 15 trades. So that's 15 right here. So I'm going to put that there. 417. 15 trades. Then another 15 trades. There you go right there. 17. I'm just assuming you're getting 15 trades a month. There's another 15 trades. So in 90 days or even in 4 months, you'd have taken 45 trades in 4 months. Quads or better off of $100. $7,200. And I'm going to do one last 15 days. Oh, and look at your lot size. Your lot size is barely a standard. And you're at $7,200. So $7,200, 15 trades. Let's say it took you another 2 months. a month and a half. Come on, y'all. That's 30 grand. Taking high percentage trades. So hopefully this trading or training had a lot of value for you guys. Quads are better. We did live simulation. We had one loss in these 5 trades. Very minimum because our safe zone protected us from holding trades too long. We flash going in. We exit on a flash coming out. All right. High percentage trades. You can trade anything else you want, but I've just gave you a 70% winning ratio or more. Quads are better. Compound per trade, not per day, because some days you may not have a trade. Set your, let me show you how to do that. Let me see if I can pull that up. Nope, I can't pull this up. Basically, you will just go to your settings, and when you go to your 2.0 with the flash option, click on, so you go to charts, indicator list, then you click on the 2.0 system, click edit. When you click on edit, then you will see your choices, the thumbs. Do you want to see it? Yes or no? Then you scroll all the way to the bottom to notifications. And I would turn on your safe zone, your level 1 and your level 2 exhaustion. Make those true so that you can be notified when an exhaustion arrow forms. Because when the exhaustion arrow forms, that's the beginning of the quad forming. So instead of staring at your trades all day, you put on the pair that you're trading or pairs that you're trading. You don't have to do this just on one pair. I just gave you this scenario on one pair. If you were trading multiple pairs, then of course there's multiple opportunities to get into trades. So with that being said, guys, you have opportunities to trade plenty. Quads are better. If you trade continuations, those are a whole different training that I don't want to get into right now, but I just want to talk about the highest percentage trades that you can take. Set your alerts to alert you when a trade is coming up. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up. I can't show you on this one here because this is my actual system itself. So let me see if I can bring up another one here. Where I can show you how to set that real quick because I know some of you guys need to see it. Hold on for a second. All right, this is one of my little testers. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna grow that little count. I'll make that count do what it do. Where'd it go? Now it's doing something here. All right, there it is there. All right, so let me bring it up here. Indicator list. Hold on. So you go, let's do it again. Charts, indicator list. Bring up your deal, go to 2.0 flash options, hit edit. When you hit edit, this box will pop up. So whatever you want to show, you want to display will be here. Whatever you want to be notified will be here. So you want to make sure that all notifications to send to your phone is true. You don't need the thumbs as far as notification, but you do want to see it on your chart. This is the safe zone. You want that true. You want your level 1 exhaustion and level 2 exhaustion true. So this is how you want to have it set up if you want to be notified when quads are forming. So you don't have to stare at your computer all day. You will get a text message on your phone. Uh, you will get these level ones and twos first, then you will get your thumbs last. And that lets you know that it's ready to go. I mean, not your thumbs, you get your safe zone last. That lets you know it's ready to go. You take the trade, set your 50 pips, set your stop loss, go on about your business. Don't go to sleep on your trades. A lot of these trades are forming when you're awake so that you can get in that trade. So I'm going to leave that sitting here for a few seconds so you guys can see that. If not, you can always rewind this tape. And that is how you trade quads or better with the alerts. Now you're compounding. Guys, I want to see us grow our money. It is great to have a lot of you in the 500 pip club. A lot of you are experienced traders, so you know how to go make that happen. A lot of you know how to do multiple positions. That's all great. But this video is for my new people, my novice. I just want to make some money. Can I be profitable? Yes, you can. I'm glad that we saw that simulation. So, it's always good to see you win all your trades, but I like to see when you don't win, because we don't win all our trades. Okay, I'm gonna let you know we don't win all our trades, but we don't get blown out of our trades either, because we have safety measures. The safe zones are good for entry, and they're great for protecting you from big losses if you're able to see them. So when you're in a trade, you got to mind your business. Okay, this is your money. So I can't tell you to go to bed, but I don't go to bed on my money. I'm too scared. I like to watch it. That's just one trade day, then I'm going to get very little sleep and I'll make up for it later. But that's me. All right, guys. Other than that, I have given you how to do that. Oh, some of you are going to want to know, how do I get the notifications to go to my phone once I set that up? You go to Tools, you go to Options, and right here you have to enable push notification, or you got to make sure you put it on notification. So when you go to Options, make sure you go to Notifications, then go to Push Notifications. And then on your phone, you will have on your phone, if you're an Android, it will be up under Messages. You go to Settings, then you go to Message, then you're going to look for this MetaQuote ID number. Then you have to put that number in here on your computer. Click Test. It's going to send you a test text through your MetaTrader as to your phone, letting you know that you're set up. Same thing if you're with an iPhone, you'll go to your MetaTrader, go to Settings, and you're going to look for up under Chat. I think it's Chat Messages, and you're going to look for MetaQuote ID. Do the same thing, guys. Once you send test, it's going to send you a test text, and you are set up. Now you got everything set up to be notified. You can enjoy your life and wait for these quads or better to form, and we will compound ourselves to whatever amount of money that you're trying to make. Guys, thank you for giving me about an hour of your time to really give you some in-depth training on how to properly use the 2.0 system, trading quads or better. Hopefully you will enjoy your experience of using this product and really maximize growing your trade account. Thank you.